Hey Emily, thanks for coming and taking the time today. Appreciate it. This will be the first of our weekly one-on-ones. Um, to start, I just want to congratulate you on your 1 month anniversary here with the family. On the whole, we've really enjoyed having you on board. We think you have a ton of potential here. So thank you for everything so far. Um, to start, I just want to check in with you, hear how things are going, what's going well. Is there anything you're struggling with or that I could be doing better? So if you have anything on your mind, let me know. Okay, given that you don't seem to have any feedback from me, I guess I'll just go ahead and share a few early observations with you. So first, on the positive side, you've really increased the joy and happiness around the house. The CEO and I really appreciate that, so thank you. You've been quite photogenic. You've had a couple of really successful photo shoots. You make really great facial expressions, which has been wonderful. And so far, you really only seem to cry when you're hungry, which has been great. It's made it pretty easy to solve those crying spells. So that's all been really great, and I encourage you to continue with all those things. I would also like to share some constructive feedback with you. I hope this will be the beginning of a very honest, ongoing dialogue or monologue for a little while. There's really three issues that are top of mind for me, and those are one, sleeping, two, breastfeeding, and three, vomiting. I want to spend most of our time today focused on sleeping, but let me say a quick word about both breastfeeding and vomiting before we get there. So on breastfeeding, thus far your unwillingness to eat from the boob has been a real challenge for our CEO, and it's been hard for her to focus on, bless you, on other aspects of her job when she's attached to a pump pretty much all day and night. So it'd be great for you to work on eating from her breast. Secondly, vomiting. There have been several instances where you eat a nice meal from your bottle and then you vomit everything that you just ate. And that's frustrating because then we have to restart that feeding process. So really anything that you can do to work on keeping your food down would be greatly appreciated. And then lastly, and this is where I want to spend most of our time, is on sleeping. I think it's our most burning issue at the moment. So a couple of things. So I've noticed that you prefer to sleep all day and then stay awake all night. And I'd very much like to see you work on reversing that pattern. Let me cite a recent example of some troubling late night behavior. Just 2 nights ago, I was feeding you at 4 a.m. And you pooped. And that's totally understandable, and I respect that. I waited a few minutes, I took off your diaper, and then literally right at that moment, you projectile pooped all over my pants and my shirt. And, that's disturbing at any time of day, but particularly at 4 a.m., it's just a little too much. So I'd appreciate you not doing that going forward. And just last night, for a more recent example, I fed you at 3:30 in the morning, and you decided to stay awake until 6:30 in the morning. And again, it's great to see you alert, but I would just love to see more of it during the day and less of it in the wee hours of the night. So it'd be really great to see you work on on sleeping at that time. So before we wrap up, I just want to see, are there any questions you have for me or things that you don't agree with or that you see differently? Okay, I'm going to take that as a no. And so for next steps, there's been a lot that we've covered today, and I know that you're new to the family, and there's a lot going on. And so I'd really love to just focus. And so what I would say is for now, don't worry about the breastfeeding. Don't worry about the vomiting. Just focus on the sleeping. And so, in particular, if you could just focus on sleeping at night, we'll review again next week. Thank you so much for the time. Okay.